Hello everyone and welcome to the return of Can I Save Their Season for FC26. Originally I was going to do Wolves as the first team, but because United sacked Amorim and I'm a United supporter, I thought why not go with them? I know we have the United career mode that's still currently being released, but look, I don't know, special one-off one where we do too much Man United content. Right, so this series is going to be on every Friday, once a week, that's it. And it should go up until the end of the season, and then I'll look at different teams after that, or a different series or something along those lines. Anyway, let's get to it. So we've joined in just after Amorim's been sacked after the Leeds draw, and we've got Burnley coming up now. Darren Fletcher was in charge, but in this case, they came to me. They said, "Leetard, we're shit. We know you're great at managing Man United. We've seen your career mode. In you get. That's all you need in your CV. So I'm gonna take over." So we're sixth in the table. We are 17 points off Arsenal. I think top four would be a good target. This is the team that I'm going to be going with for now until our AFCON players and injuries come back. I did set Ahmad, Mazraoui and Mbemo to be injured up until they come back. So Mazraoui is going to be injured for 2 weeks, and Mbemo and Ahmad are going to be injured for a week because then they'll be back for the City game. De Ligt's also going to be back in 2 weeks' time, and Maguire is back for the next game. In terms of signings, I have scouting in progress, just to make it a little bit more realistic. So we've got Anderson, Baleba, and Drewsbury Hall. Just looking for an extra central midfielder, just to help out the squad. We're not even sure we're even going to have signings for United, but I'm trying to be somewhat realistic with these ones. Okay, and the best way to do this is to just quick sim. And we win 2-1. Look, immediately Xerxes scores. And Cunha also scores. Wow, fantastic. We're already doing better than Fletcher, which I don't blame Fletcher. If you see my match reactions to Fletcher's game, well, it's 2 games in charge, I'm not mad. I'm actually, it's understandable. He's thrown into a hot seat where he's used to coaching under 18. It's a bit unfair on him, I think. Okay, now I'm not going to do every game. I am going to sim month by month, but just to get the first 2 games out of the way, and then I'll probably get the City and Arsenal games as well, but we're also going to try and make some signings and sell some players, so that's why I'm going to be doing it a little more in-depth for the first 4 or 5 minutes of this video. But rotated side for this game against Brighton. Remember, we did lose this game 2-1 in real life, so if we win here, we're already doing much better than United currently are. And we win 2-0. Ugarte and Cunha scoring. Cunha again. Red card for Dunk. And ladies and gentlemen, we're already doing better than United in real life. Can I save their season? It's looking like it. Unfortunately, we did lose Maguire on a pre-contract agreement to Everton. I actually think he'd do fantastic at Everton, but I did actually try to renew his contract. Same with Malacia, although I'm not necessarily too fussed when Malacia leaves. But Maguire I was hoping to actually keep. Just to keep the squad somewhat healthy going into the summer. Because, even though I'm not going to be doing the summer, you want to leave the next manager with something to deal with. Right, second last game that we're going to be simming before we go month to month. And it is the exact same team that Carrick put out against City, because that worked so well. In real life, surely it works well here. We get a draw. And Haaland got a red card. So it's not as good as we've done in real life. But considering the fact that we're through in the FA Cup, we've beat Burnley, we're still doing better overall. In fact, in the league, we're still 6th. But we should have closed the gap on Arsenal, I think. Yeah, we have. We've closed by 1 point. We're 17 points behind. We're now 16. And we've got Arsenal next. Yeah, looking at these midfielders, I don't think, based off the price that they have, I don't think we'd be able to afford them, especially for January for an interim like myself. I don't think we'd be able to afford them, so we're just going to have to deal with what we've got here, unfortunately. Right, it's the final game that we're simming before we go month to month. That is the team. That's probably going to be my starting 11 for the rest of the season, unless someone gets injured or we need to rotate. Arsenal, massive game, title challengers Arsenal, we managed to draw. I take that in real life right now. We haven't played Arsenal yet. I take that right now. Right, we're in March. Let's have a look at February's results. So, we drew at Fulham. We drew with Spurs. We beat West Ham narrowly 3-2. We lost to Wolves 3-2 in the FA Cup. So, unfortunately, that's a very United result. We lost 2-1 to Everton in the league, and then we beat Palace 2-1. A mixed month. But where does that put us in terms of the league? We're 7th. We've dropped down a position. We were 6th. We're now 7th. Oh, that's not great. And Arsenal have actually gained points. They're now 18 points clear. Oh, maybe I can't save their season, lads. It was looking too good to be true. Okay, we've just had one of the dullest months I think I've seen. Well, maybe not the most dullest month, but it's quite dull. Draw to Newcastle. We did beat Villa 3-2, which is a massive result. And then we drew to Bournemouth. Like, they were all winnable games. And we're still 7th. If we had to beat Newcastle, we could have been 7th. Oh, Jesus. No, we're just so far off. Arsenal are 21 points clear. I'm not sure if I can get Champions League football, lads. We're 9 points off. I don't know. I'm going to have to change the squad around and see what I can come up with. Right, update formation. We are going with a 4-3-3. Have Bruno pushed far up the field. We're not doing this 4-2-3-1 anymore. We're going to release the shackles a little and hope that something goes well. Cunha and Casemiro have the most appearances. Mbemo and Cunha have the most goals. Most assists goes to Bruno Fernandes. So, we're doing okay. I would have liked to have Rashford back, but I think there's a lot of people that wouldn't want that, so I haven't done it, but that would have been preferable for me. Alright, let's see how the April fixtures went. So, oh Jesus Christ, so we beat Leeds, then we lost to Chelsea and lost to Brentford. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think I can save this season. We're 7th. We've got Liverpool next. Sunderland are right up our arseholes. Like, we cannot get Champions League football. Got 12 points. Mathematically, we can do it. But realistically, we're not. Our best hope is Conference League, which even then, that's a stretch. And the aim was Champions League football. Well, look, I wasn't planning on sticking around anyway. I did think this would have gone better, though. We need a massive May, and we need all the fixtures to go our way. Now, we're even playing Sunderland as well. We need to win against Liverpool and Sunderland. They're must-wins, and then the Forest and Brighton. In fact, they're all must-wins. Let's see how this goes. Well, here we go, guys. Last game of the season, and I've been given an ultimatum by the board. I'm not sure if the board know this, but I am leaving after the Brighton game, so this ultimatum means nothing to me. Well, it's not like the United board are competent. They're actually complete fucking idiots, so this makes sense that they do something like this. They can sack me if they want. I mean, I've only got, what, a week left of my contract. They can sack me and pay me if they want. More than welcome to. Right, well, here's the results for May. We beat Liverpool 1-0, and then the most Man United way possible, we lose to Sunderland, lose to Forest, and draw at Brighton. So where does that leave us in the league? We finished 8th. We gained 24 points in the second half of the season. That is shocking. That is so bad. No, like, Arsenal are the champions yet. Fair enough. They deserved it. But that was terrible. I was expecting that to go much better. We only won 14. We drew 14. We lost 10. Goal difference of 2. Like, fucking hell. Anyway, how the rest of the season go? Wolves finished bottom, but they got 18 points, so that's a bit more respectable than the 4 that they had when we started this. Burnley got 22. West Ham got 25. Like, there was such a big gap between West Ham and Leeds. Yeah, Jesus Christ. We were absolutely shocking in that one, which is very unfortunate. Ladies and gentlemen, so to answer the question, can I save Man United's season? The answer is no. In fact, I've made it worse. I made it much, much worse. Before we finish up, we'll have a look at the stats for the team. Most appearances was Cunha with 37. Most goals was Cunha with 14. Most assists was Bruno with 8. And most clean sheets was Lam with 4. Whoa, that's woeful. Well, look, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, if this happens in real life, I will probably cry.